Damn, it was yesterday. And my mom, you know.
Time keeps on slipping. Seal said that.
Hey.
Space Jam.
Hey, I got the movie over there, man. Yeah, it's my favorite movie.
It's the one time Michael Jordan got to be a superhero, even though he's always a superhero.
Whoa.
Pop up the 4-door with the 440 was 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chilling in the corridor. Your dad is 44, and he's still calling man for a draw. Let him know. Wanna see him? I'm gonna spin his jaw. Take man kicks by force. Send man shot by force. Your girl knows I've got the force. No ketchup, just sauce. Raw sauce. Boom. Yo. The thing goes up. Skiddy pop pop pop. And the poop 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 boom. Skia. Poop 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 boom boom. Boom boom. I said man's not hot. I said a man's not hot. The girl told me take off your jacket. I said babes, man's not hot. I said man's not hot. I said a man's not hot. The girl told me take off your jacket. I said babes, man's not hot.
Alright, podcast and stuff. We just started.
Yeah.
Boom.
We're in it.
Yeah, man. Who am I with right
with
now?
AMEA and Sable. But AMEA.
I didn't know I was getting that duo.
Yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, got some collabs. You know
feature. That feature.
Featuring.
You give me the proper spelling, I'll put that in the podcast title.
I got you. I got you. Look at her. She's doing tricks. She's like, that's me. No. Yeah.
Alright, so who is AMEA?
AMEA is me, you know? No, but for the AMEA, that kind of stemmed from my cousin calling me that when I was a kid. But it's also my initials. Let me go ahead and silence that. And AMEA is a descendant, a storyteller. Yeah. For real.
All right, yeah, no, I believe you.
Yeah. So I mean, that's how.
This should be an interesting like test for me.
Okay.
Because this will tell me if I need to if I should research or if I can wing everything.
Research? I mean,
because I feel I know outside of like what I hear, I feel like I know nothing about you except that you got a vacay video with Matt Bukema.
Yeah.
And then I heard the name like that. Some people I know like this person called AMEA.
Yeah.
But I didn't know who AMEA was. So so we will find out.
So I guess yeah. No, yeah. That's about to find out.
I guess describe your music since I quote unquote know nothing.
My music is experimental, R&B, hip hop, you know, alternative kind of a sound I feel. But I feel like my music is just a feeling. It's a journey, it's a feeling, it's a story. So yeah. Just
a feeling. I was going to hum a song as a response because sometimes my mind thinks in songs.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, you probably don't know Korean pop music, so I shouldn't.
I mean, some.
It's SES, though. Yeah, they're from my time.
Yeah, I mean, like, I listen to a lot of shit, and
what's your Korean pop music background?
Yeah, who is that? I'm about to go on my YouTube things. Like, I'm just
do what you have to do. Yeah, but here's G-Dragon.
Is it K-pop? Is it K-pop or something? USB Dragon.
I don't know too much
because of visuals, mainly because of videos.
Oh yeah, no.
The visuals will be on point. Okay.
That is a big part of K-pop. That is a big part of K-pop is the visual.
But what's the group that I'm? It's like an all-girls group, and their visuals are fire as fuck.
It's starting to sound Korean. It's starting to sound
There's
a few J-pop groups, but I mean...
I don't know. Okay, this is one of their videos, though. But their visuals be fire as the fuck. Real shit. I
Lower
don't know.
it. Just so that...
Yeah, it's all like...
No, it's good, but I'm like... I did one yesterday, and he played... I put it up, and... YouTube's like copyright. I'm like, come on, he's playing it off his damn cell phone.
Oh, this is an ad. Yeah, this is an ad though. So I think we straight on that, right?
Who knows? I mean, I'm like 2 copyrights, like the ad.
At this, damn.
It doesn't say who it is.
If you can, you might know who they are, but I mean, damn. Oh, just goes back to the
Shout out to ads.
Right.
Oh, most viewed. This is a lot of stuff, man.
Right.
Who do you want me to say?
Damn, that's not.
You gave me like
the girls on this cover right here. Come on, dog.
There's a lot of girls. I won't
right
know
here,
the newer girls.
Cover. Oh,
I won't
damn.
know the newer people.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I just recognize her face.
She just looks pretty. That's all I know.
She just looks pretty.
But that's like every K-pop girl.
No, they actually came to San Antonio too.
What? What is this?
I'm trying to remember. No, real shit. I
know some have come to Austin for South by, but yeah, there's been a lot of like. There's usually a Korean night during South by, a Japan night during South by.
Like damn.
But I'm like, what K-pop group would come to Korea? I mean, here. I wouldn't know. I know what K-pop would go to Korea.
How dare they just go to their home?
Like, nah, but I mean, like, just I feel like it doesn't make any sense
to come to San Antonio.
Yeah, I don't.
San Antonio is great, dog. What you talking about?
Yeah, this is gonna be the opposite of like my man. Like if you were there for the one before, he is like anti. He is like. Why so? I mean, like,
damn, I'm gonna be so fucking determined to find this. Now I gotta go through all my.
Nah, man, we're not. I'm not even gonna interview you. It's just gonna be like we're just gonna talk about this. But I don't mind. I
know because the visuals are fire.
I mind that you don't know. That's what I mind.
I'm sad.
We're just playing like Google search. We're just
right for real though. All right. Sable's like, I'm done with this.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
All right.
What made you even start doing music? I think I asked you that in reality, part of it. But I mean, then I was like, be quiet and save it for here.
Yeah.
That was a Juvenile song. Be quiet. Tonight is the night we do stuff. It was like the sequel to like, Ha. You understand? That's what it was. So instead of saying, you ever heard Ha by Juvenile?
I have not.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
So when
I grew up super
that song, I'm too old, man. I'm too old for this shit. I'm on that Danny Glover shit, you know what I mean?
Hey, no, no.
Juvenile Ha is, you say a rap. I do lots of things, Ha. And then I end everything with this Ha. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean, Ha? Blah, 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 Ha. You know, so. Yeah, so Ha went crazy. Mm-hmm. It blew up for NO back in the days when NO was slowly rising.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I need another song for the new album, the new wave, something totally different. You understand? And I'm going to just say that after everything.
I mean, hey, that created a whole flow.
I mean, it's still cool. It's just like a rerun. But I guess the actual question, whatever I asked, which was, how'd you get into starting music?
I mean, I've always kind of just been around music, you know? So my mom she's like, what's this? I got you. My mom used to sing, you know, in the church choir and stuff like that. So I was just always like around singers and musicians. And so when I moved to Texas,
from where?
From Ohio. Yeah, but I was born in Oklahoma, so all that. I feel like I'm in church and
Yeah, see, like I felt bad the earlier podcast because I didn't get to do any and that's like
now you got to take these ad libs.
Yeah, I have to.
It's like the Migos. Yeah, mama. No, but yeah. So I came down here and I was just like, you know, I think I like wrote some poems or I did some talent shows in high school. I was like, okay, cool. Or one talent show in high school my senior year, and I was like, oh, this is cool. You know?
Yeah.
And after that, I mean, it was just kind of like a subtle kind of a adjustment or life implementation, you know, like a part of life that you actually just, okay, this isn't just going to be something I just think about or something that I just, you know, make a hobby, you know?
Yeah.
It just becomes a part of like my lifestyle, you know? So, I guess that decision was when I'd say like 2015, like late 2015, like when I was about to graduate with my bachelor's. And I was just like, oh, you know, just do this music thing, figure it out. You know, I like making music. It's great, you know?
Yeah, shout out to music.
For real. No, for real. It's like, it's fun and I like to perform and like I like to meet people who like want to just get together and just like make dope shit. I did a festival at UTSA. It was called Soul Fest, and I met some really dope, you know, artists. I had a class and I met like one of my senior classes. I met another musician because we were just talking about our careers. that was really kind of like the catalyst, meeting all these people who were just like, you know, yeah, we like making art. Hell yeah, like that's cool, you know. I was never really around that so much before, in a sense of like a life thing rather than just like I don't know how to explain that. Rather than like, you know, in church, you know, I've only seen like I've never seen like people just actually like be musicians, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's cool, you know. So yeah, I decided, okay, I want to do this, but I still want to go to school. So around, I started my master's program, and then it was like late 2015. I started picking up more shows. Like people were just like, hey, you gonna perform here? I had also met Walter.
Who was Walter?
Walter's my manager.
Okay.
So my homie, you know what I'm saying? So I met Walter. We met a couple times. Like 2015, we were always crossing paths.
Universe.
For real. Yeah, it's great. And we're always crossing paths and stuff like that. And he asked me to perform at the Underground Sound, their first Underground showcase at Bottom Bracket. January 7th. Yeah, 2016. So I was like, hell yeah, you know, cool. After that, I think I kind of started taking everything more seriously. Before, it was just like, oh, people ask me to come to parties and like sing. Like, that's cool. Or people come ask me, hey, like, there's this art event we're throwing. Hey, you sing, you want to perform? I'm like, yeah, like, why not? You know, it's fun. And then I was just like, you know, I want to do this, like, you know, for the rest of my life. So how can I figure this out? And I was just like, I'm going to need, like, you know, support. Same thing, like, you know, with the education system or whatever, you know. I'm like, oh, okay, if I go to school, I'm going to need a mentor, most likely. I'm going to want to have friends who, you know, kind of have similar interests. And that kind of happened, like, me and Walter just kept crossing paths. And I was just like, hey, would you like to, you know, help me? You know, you book shows. You've been booking me. And I'm just like, we both like to do this. And we want to, you know, inspire other people to do the same thing. You know, let's do it, you know. Just like, cool. Teamed up with some more artists, and from that point, April 2016, from that point, I was like, okay, this is for real, you know. Before, it was really like little breadcrumbs leading me to, like, you know, but yeah, at that point, I was like, okay.
So I'm curious, like, I'm trying to ask this like in a nice way because I'm always curious when I
ask it in the right way.
No, because I was doing a podcast Saturday, and that guy, he actually like listens to like a lot of them. So he's like, dude, I hear you, but I hear you with your New York people, and it's like, I can understand you now, like why you are like this sometimes, and like you're all like this to each other, and it's crazy because like
I'm from
like
Ohio.
we're all direct, like,
yeah,
so
I'm from Ohio, so like, you know what I'm saying. So I'm like, I prefer that real shit. Like that I kind of hate when people are like, hey, I'm about to do something. I'm like, just, I don't think we treat anyone
really mean on the podcast at all. Like with my New York friends, but
I had to get used to that when I got to Texas. People were like, "Oh my God, you're so mean," and I was like, "What? Like, you're so brash."
I had to get used to this. People say hi.
Yeah.
People talk to you.
People want to hug you. That was weird. I don't
think I ever like. I mean, maybe it is normal, man, and I just associated Texas, but like women I meet like the first time, like, not even trying to do nothing. I'm just literally hi, and like they hug you instantly, and I'm like,
that's different from up north, yeah.
Because like, I don't know, like I still get paranoid when people touch me. Yeah. I'm like, I know you're not trying to hurt me. It was just like,
yeah, no, that's a real thing.
You in my
for real. That I had to learn that because I was like, when I first got down here from Ohio, I was like, I just turned 16. So
yeah.
I was just like, what? People are hugging people who don't know them? I don't know you. Why you give, you know? Yeah. But I got used to it, and I was like, wait, like, hey, this is actually cool. Like, I like that though. You know, I like the openness of, like, you know, that kind of a, you know, human intimacy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's beautiful. Like, you know, I was like, that's cool.
I mean, this place gave me, because I feel like I told it today, but I gotta remember you haven't heard any of it, so it doesn't matter. But I mean, but like, no, this place gave me a lot of perspective.
Okay.
Or this place gave me the perspective because by contrast, I can tell something exists. You know, like I didn't know how I was in New York, but I do know how I was because now I'm here.
Yeah.
And there's something different, but I didn't know we were mean until, oh, that's why we're mean. You know?
I mean, I knew that. I was like,
You're like, no, they're mean.
I was really sensitive though. I was really sensitive kid. So I was like, why is everybody, what? And then I was like, that's why it shocked me when I got here. It was like, oh my God, you're so brash. And I was like, really? Like, I was like really soft. So I don't know. It's just confusing. So like, y'all would never make it.
But the actual thing I was going to ask was like, I feel like people at I've met like, you're like the second person in maybe like 2 months I've met who, and maybe again, because I only know so much about you, maybe you are more successful than I even know. But I'm like, what is the actions? Like, what does the manager do, like, right now at this level? You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Well, no, that's what I'm literally asking that. That's
yeah.
Because I'm used to a lot of us, but that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe you're ahead of us and I just don't even know yet. Like,
what do you success.
Mean? Like, what does the manager do? Because I'm used to a lot of us just being DIY unless we get to a certain level.
I guess
you know
that's just, like, more of, like, an official, like, we like to, we both went to UTSA together. Yeah. You know, and we both adhere to like professionalism, you know. So that is one thing that really, you know, made me like, you know, admire him too, you know, and vice versa, because we both have this kind of set of, you know, ethical kind of values and professionalism that we kind of, you know, like, and that kind of comes, you know, this is my sociologist coming out, but that kind of comes to like, you know, language, you know, attribution, you know, and I think that's important, you know. So I think that with a lot of people, I just learned what this DIY thing was. I was like, what? I was like, we've been DIY this whole time, but we just attached like these UTSA graduate type statuses to what we are because we want to be those things, you know. So, and I mean, we are, you know. So I don't know if we have like a definition that is like, you know, what most people would, I guess, or anybody, I don't even know. We just talked about this today in class. Like, what is success? You know? So my brain's still like on what is success.
Yeah. So I feel like as I ask it, yeah, you get caught. Oh, man, I'm so disappointed in myself. I said ax correctly because I'm so used to I'm so used to saying AX.
Yeah. Like, I ask it.
But I know a lot of people, no, but as I ask that, you get hung up on the words. As I see you say success.
Yeah. Like, because so I mean, that's like, what, you know. So, but no, we don't, I mean, it's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, language in general. Yeah. It's the same shit. You know? So, like, I wouldn't, you know how to, you know, signify unless I have your definition of, you know, manager.
All right. So, if we just ignore the success part, I'm just trying to understand, like, what does the manager, I guess, do?
Oh, what does he do?
Yeah,
what does he do? Yeah, okay. I mean, like, no, I mean, we're on the same page. But, yeah, so he, you know, we help each other, you know, books my shows, you know. Well, yeah, for the most part. What else? We handle logistics together. We're like each other's teammates, you know. So if anything, it's like CEO, COO, if you really want to be like that, you know, more so than like a manager, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so marketing, we have other, you know, people who help with marketing and stuff too. But yeah, that's kind of what, you know, at this level, you know, what I'm like DIY shit. I mean, you know, okay. So.
So you say you started in for the audio people. That's air quotes.
Yeah, for the audio
people. For you said you started with poems, right? So like,
yes.
When you do your first song, I guess, when you take the poems to the next level, to song level, I guess, how does that happen? Like, do you hear someone else's music and you just start doing it? Do you make something and you start doing, like, what happened there?
Okay, so I don't write poetry anymore.
I know, but I'm saying when you're starting. When you would, like, literally, not now,
how
today.
Did I transition to that? Gotcha. Okay, I was like, well, I do sometimes, whatever. For my girlfriend, you know.
Technically, all your lyrics are going to be poems.
Right? That's what I'm like, well, here we are.
What are you talking about? I retired.
Right? I'm a sociologist, my brain. No, but, That happened randomly. Really, for real though. I always have like melodies in my head anyways, you know what I'm saying? And I actually like started out rapping, you know? So, hip hop poetry kind of went hand in hand to me, you know what I'm saying? Or rap, the hip hop though. Hip hop rap poetry kind of went hand in hand to me. And it just kind of evolved into the melodies that I just had in my head sometimes, to the words, you know, attaching them to the words. And then I think that was around high school. I was just like, okay, you know, always something cheesy with a guitar. And I was like,
oh, so you play guitar?
I play by ear. I don't like, I just literally, I'm not gonna lie, this year I learned how to tune a guitar, and I've just been like, before I was just like playing shit, you know, if it sounded all right.
Yeah.
Because like I'm a vocalist, so I play everything by ear, so I can kind of hear if it's like off anyways.
Do you use it in the shows or no?
I did one time, a couple times.
Oh, nice.
So, this last time I played a cover, one of my favorite songs that actually made me want to pick up a guitar.
Oh, what song was that?
Secret by Maroon 5.
Don't know it.
Man.
Because it's Maroon 5.
It's a secret. It's a secret.
There
man,
you go.
You don't like Maroon 5, man?
I mean, that just wasn't my world, though.
I feel
you
that.
gotta understand.
Hey, look, I understand.
That's the only way I was even able to get into pop from other countries, because it's easier to see it from a foreign viewpoint than from seeing it here. You know, like
I feel you.
Honestly, like after doing a lot of these, I've realized, and I kind of knew this already, but like hip hop is like my main American music, and the more we get into other genres, the more it's probably not from America. It's gonna be UK, Japan, Russia, or something like that over there.
The UK is on it.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
the UK is definitely on it. People sleeping, man. No, they ain't sleeping. Whatever.
Depends. It depends
right,
what
I'm like,
it is.
let them sleep. We can listen.
Hey, man, look at that viral video, man. Fire in the booth, right? No one's sleeping on that guy.
Man.
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm so mad.
You know what I'm talking about?
First I thought she was like the talk. Lil Sims, man. First I thought she was talking about Lil Sims because she has a video out, but I know who you're talking about.
I'm talking about that Shaq guy, whatever his name is.
When it was like, when your popcorn is ready. I was like, I'm so mad. People are really going in on the internet. Nah.
I mean, line. Yeah. I mean, I honestly, as stupid as I think that shit's real good, man. His flow is on point for that stupidity.
No, I don't know. I wouldn't say, I'm not going to be like, oh, it's stupid. I think that it's fucking amazing. Stupidity. I think it's amazing. No, because like, look at, okay, hip hop, right? And like,
I feel like you about to say some real shit. I just want to say that last line. Yo, man's is hot.
Man's is hot?
Well, he said, yeah, man's is hot. She told, man's not hot. Mm-hmm. She told me take off my coat. I told her man's not hot. I thought that was great.
I mean,
it's just so logical.
Listen, was like, wait, and I gotta listen, okay.
What were you gonna say? Because you had that look like, I'm gonna say some real shit, but I just had to tell you, man's not hot. I am actually hot. But I mean,
it's not hot. But see, like you still remember it though. Okay, so like, okay, what is that? What is the onomatopoeia? Is that onomatopoeia?
Oh wow, you hit me with that.
Okay,
that's a character in DC Comics. It's also a real word, but
it is a real word. That's what I'm like, onomatopoeia, right? Isn't that like the sounds, like a word sound? Blah blah blah.
That's what the character does. He uses the bubbles.
Okay, I didn't know that, but the word onomatopoeia, right? So when I'm saying this, like how I interpret it, right? And this is why I'm like, whatever. Like I told you, hip hop, rap, poetry kind of going hand in hand.
Yeah, man.
You know, how I studied poetry, you know, it was like how you learn, you know, how you learn how to write, you know, how you learn how to kind of think analytically in a different way, which is kind of why I'm like, why take the arts out of schools? That's stupid, you know, because this is
money.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But it's like, I mean, once you see like, you know, the positive effects of actually utilizing it in the proper ways, you know what I'm saying? Your money can come back. You know what I'm saying?
They don't care about that.
Right, exactly. But I'm like, what, you know, what the fuck? Anyways. No, but for real though, hip hop though, that line, I mean, what he did, I know it's funny, whatever. That's an onomatopoeia, you know what I'm saying? Some kid, like, who listens to hip hop? Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially now, you know? But I mean, always, who's the, you know, age group, you know, quote unquote, for the...
It's always the younger.
Yeah, exactly. What are you learning from music? Music is a learning tool. Okay, you're picking up something from music. Okay, what the fuck? This kid just learned onomatopoeia. These kids know more about literature than they even think that they you know. exactly. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, music is amazing, but that's just me.
No, that's good. So, I heard that, dude. Let me tell you, it took me a while to realize that was a joke.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I hear some grime, so I was like, all right, this guy's a funny one. But I mean, like, that's all I took it, because he sounded real good on point. He seemed super uber confident. Like, there was nothing. Yeah, like, uber did you not see his face in the booth?
I mean, look, you know what I'm saying?
Look, he told me man's not hot. I believed him, that's
look, Dylon. I watched Chappelle's show like nonstop. You know what I'm saying? This is like instant Chappelle show for the kids. Like, for real. This is great. So it's great. It's all great.
Let me ask you. So you mentioned the guitar then. So like, do you because I guess I know you didn't make the vacay beat. I think someone told me the producer name.
Stevens.
Yes, but do you make other songs like other? So like. What do you produce on, or do you just do it on guitar? What do you do? Like, what's the?
I have, like the regular shit, the software. I also have.
Come on, you got to tell me the name.
I use Sony Acid.
Oh, you on Acid?
Yeah, I use Sony Acid.
That is not the thing right now. So
it's not the thing ever.
Unique.
I've had
that's it right now. That's super unique.
I've had Sony Acid since like forever.
Yeah.
And I've just mastered how to use it in the way that kind of works for me. Yeah. But whatever.
That's all I mean. No, it doesn't matter what you do. Exactly. I was just saying like, man, I do not hear that today.
Right. Yeah. But I have like other, over time, like I've invested in like, getting like maybe different like MIDI boards and stuff like that. Different instruments, So
yeah, don't be afraid to say the names. That's what I want.
This is I was like, wait, am I getting a sponsorship?
Oh no, no, just I literally want to know.
No. Yeah, but like I don't like brand drop. I don't know about because I just be like, hey. I mean, I just be like, hey. And, I go to Guitar Center. I'll go to Sweetwater, and I'm like, what's the best shit for the cheapest price?
Okay.
Because I'm broke. So what's up? You know what I'm saying? I'm in school,
because I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I got the student discount I'm trying to use.
For real, though. Hey, Hulu and Spotify for anybody listening. $5 if you're a student. And get that connect.
Bars.
For real. Cleanest bars of all time. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, I'm stay a student forever. Yep. I'm kidding. No, but I love school, though. School's great.
Shout out to school.
Shout out to school.
Only time I might said that in my life. I'm not a big fan of school at all. I'm not bad.
Yeah,
but it's because I think I went for the wrong reasons. I don't know why you went to school, but I think I went because I'm like questioning myself. Why did? Because no, I do know why I went. but yeah, no, I think I went because like this, the family made me. Like I think I'm 18. I don't know what the hell I wanted to do. I'm like, my mom's moving to Texas when I'm about to graduate. I kind of told her, yeah. She asked me, you want to stay or you go? And I told her, yeah, but that was a future Abraham problem. So I didn't actually think of actually going. I just knew, like, I don't need to worry about this shit. That's his problem. But I'm about to move, and, like, they're like, you got to go to school or something. I'm like, whatever. So I just picked, like, this random 2-year school called SAC. Yeah. But I never got to go there because my counselor was like, man, you better than this. So he made me, he was like, go to this 4 thing in 4-year, and it's UTSA I go to. But it was all like kind of like encouragement from outside. It wasn't really ever what I wanted,
Yeah.
So, and I ended up graduating, finance degree and whatever, but it was never what I wanted. And then now I got this debt. And anytime I wanted to do something I wanted, even in school, it was always outward things that never let me do it. And I just didn't have the mindset at that point to be like, dude, it's your life.
Yeah.
I was more weaker back then. So I'm just not the biggest fan of it, unless you're gonna do certain things. Yeah. Because I ain't gonna be like, yo, doctor, you don't need it.
Yeah.
You trying to do on the sciences or the math things, yeah, it's not bad. But I think, everybody got to make that decision themselves.
Definitely.
But I just feel like, man, if you don't know what you're doing, then like maybe try life first and then go.
For real though. I'm just like a huge advocate of
not against learning.
Out. School. Yeah, just definitely learning. That's more. Yeah. I love learning. But for real though, I think that it really makes me sad that our like society doesn't obviously we all know why, but doesn't cater to what its potential can be because of hate. And it's crazy. I was just talking to my brother about it yesterday. It was yesterday. And my mom,
Time keeps on slipping. Seal said that.
Hey,
Space Jam.
Hey, I got the movie over there, man. Yeah, it's my favorite movie.
It's the one time Michael Jordan got to be a superhero, even though he's always a superhero.
Whoa.
That's how I saw that. I was doing some comic book podcast, and I tried to use Michael Jordan, and they didn't let me use it. And I was like, well, he technically saved the world on Space Jam, and he still didn't let me use it. But I thought it was bullshit, but whatever. I was like, Bill Murray would have done it. But
I mean, but
sorry,
if the education system, it actually just, I guess see the benefit in catering to its potential, rather than, greed and ignorant shit. It's really simple like that, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just makes me so sad because I know so many geniuses. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, I've seen it firsthand. Like, someone not give you a resource, you know what I'm saying, because of what you look like. Everybody sees that, right? A resource, right? That's just gonna be my blanket definition of whatever, and that can even be like social support, like what you're talking about, right? So like at a school, obviously there's people's own beliefs, obviously, because we're all socializing one another, right? So I would like to see people let go of their fuckery, because there's so many geniuses out there. There's so many. I
feel like this whole topic, this could be a song of yours. If it isn't already. If it is, so maybe on the second album.
Right, yeah. I mean, the second part is, man, I'm so like, just can't stop writing. But
that's good.
That's good. Thank you, yeah. But, I mean, it just bothers me because I like have so many homeboys too, and it's always like males too, And I'm just like, damn, like, y'all do know, like, they're doing this on purpose, right? And like, y'all are geniuses, right? Like, and I'm just like, damn, like, shit's pretty tragic. So
I mean, the thing that we could give probably everybody. I mean, but it's hard because they have to attain it themselves. And that's where the catch-22 is. It's a self-belief in yourself.
Yes.
And that's so easy to say and so easy to even say it yourself. And it's so easy to think it for a second. But the thing is to remain that.
Yeah.
Because, if I had
that's where social support, and that's why I think it's important to let go of self in that aspect, Because, like, being by yourself is important, Loving yourself is important. I think every human should probably go live alone by themselves for, like, I don't know, whatever duration will make you uncomfortable to the point of being comfortable again. You know what I'm saying? To finding a new comfortability. But that shit is so important, like, for us to support each other and not, like, literally, just not be fuckery.
I think that's what I've been, doing this year. It's just reclusing a little bit more, Drum and bass song came to my head, but I'm like, she's not gonna know that.
What?
They call me the recluse because I don't go outside for nothing. No, it's a drum and bass song. It's UK, man. UK, I'm telling you.
Yeah, sorry.
But anyway,
send me some links, man. Send me some links.
Oh man, if I wasn't lazy, I'd like hear the show notes. At 4:49, he says this, so you can go hear it.
I'd be like, thank you for these citations. Like, man, this is perfect, man.
That song's good one. I think that one would be, I think, more tolerable to people of today versus like the Juvenile one. That's definitely a different time.
Hey, Juvenile go hard though.
Oh, he's the man. I love the Juvenile. But but just this year, I think just taking a step back. It's the first year I really started like meditating.
Yeah.
Do like 2 meditations a day.
That's what's up.
I think that helped me a lot. I think the reason, I still won't go into it like in super detail, but like when I came in here before, I'm a little bit more downer. One, I think it's a testament that I was down to my new growth because I'm like, look, I ain't gonna hide shit no more. I don't mean, not trying to be negative, but it's just like, I'm gonna be real. And I'm dancing around it, but I still sort of answered some of it. But then but I do these meditations, I just feel like I've done a lot more growth this year in my personal self and like learning about myself. But then sometimes you think you got it and then I just, but you gotta keep going. I think just today was one of them days, but and then, cause I know We've met a few times. I talk about the music scene, and honestly, one of the things that made me happy this year was like removing myself from the music scene.
I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
So like, cause like I think a lot of my, I hate the phrase "music is my life," but a lot of my thing was that, you know. So when it wasn't going well, then I'm not happy, you know, because I had put maybe too much into it. So I was kind of taking a step back and like, you know, reassess myself in my life. And now I'm like, oh wait, I think we joked about it before. When I didn't even say nothing bad yet, but you were like, man, San Antonio's great. I'm like, I didn't even get to say nothing bad yet. Man, you were ready. You were ready.
Because man, I gotta defend the city, man. For real. Like, you know, I this is the first city I've lived in longer than Columbus. Ohio since I was 15. You know what I'm saying? I've moved like every year since I was 15.
So would you say this is your city now over Columbus?
Oh, hell no. I don't claim cities though. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just,
you're
I don't know.
You're not elitist like us.
Right? No, for real though. Because I mean, I just moved all my life too. I feel more like a nomad. I mean, I'm just like a citizen of the earth. I feel
like us, we're just going to be like, yeah, Bronx. We're just going to New York.
I just never felt an attachment to a place. You know what I'm saying?
And I won't even go to the Bronx, but I still claim it.
I mean, the Bronx is nice though.
I don't go there. At least because I have my thing with my neighborhood, and it's just like, I know I don't need to be around that area, but I'll rep it. You know, like,
I mean,
I'll go to Manhattan though. Shout out to
It's a concept like I've never understood. It's really a concept. Sorry, hold on, my girl's calling.
Oh, you good? Cool. You good?
Yeah. I just never felt an attachment to like any place. Thing, you know, just like people, you know, like my family, that's like everything, you know. So that's always been kind of like I rep my family, like, you know.
Shout out to the family.
Yeah, for real though, you know what I'm saying? Like that's more of like what I feel. Because I don't know, I've just never really lived in a city that, you know, that long or felt like I've had an affiliation with the city, you know, until I got here and I was like, oh, okay, cool, this is cool. But I mean, like, I actually genuinely like am chill here. Like, this is relaxing. I'm in school.
Just let the ghost of San Antonio in right there.
I'm just like, come relax.
You're doing it right now, but tell me, because I guess I'm trying to be fair and balanced like Fox. And I have a lot of people on it. I don't even instigate it, but they've had their own problems. I don't instigate it, but a lot of the recent ones have been a lot of like not happy with this city.
What?
Because that's just their experience. So they just start, like today I tried to interview like one of my old teachers. He's from this city.
Yeah, I feel like people from the city. I mean, anybody from the city.
But man, he was just angry. I'm like, I couldn't even do his origin story. I try to do people's origin stories sometimes, and I couldn't do it because he just kept talking about me.
But see, that's common around anywhere, though. For real, though, that's really common, like anywhere. I've lived in a lot of places, and a lot of places, typically, if somebody is from there, they're always like, oh, I can't wait to get out of the city. Because you're from there, you know what I'm saying? You probably want to travel somewhere else.
I never felt that way about New York. Then you leave
and you come back, maybe you might love it, but
you know, it's funny. You're right, though. I never felt that way about New York, but everyone I knew growing up did feel that way.
Yeah.
I just wanted to hang out with my friends. I just wanted to
Yeah, exactly. Because you get attached from like a home, then it's like, oh, okay, you know. But typically, people, if you have had that one home, if I would have lived in Columbus, you know, I lived there for 13 years or whatever. But if I would have still had my family home there, you know, I probably would have been like, oh my God, I can't wait to fuck Columbus, you know. But that's just like, I feel like that's everywhere, you know. But it's just like once you get out and then, I don't know, you might value home. You might value family. Same thing about Oklahoma. I was just like, why would we go to Oklahoma? Like when I was a kid, I was like, there's nothing there, you know? And then as I got older, I was like, my family's there, you know what I'm saying? Like my granny's, you know, all my cousins are there, you know? Obviously when I was a kid, my cousins were there. But I was like, it's country and hot, you know? And even now, I'm like, I want to go to Hugo, like, you know? So my mom said the same thing. Like, it's just I think it's a common thing. And once they step out and realize how wonderful this city is, I feel like sometimes, like you said, you have to take yourself out of a place sometimes to recognize, you know, to see on the other side. You know?
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, everybody I know who has like moved here though, well, for the majority, it depends on what they're here for too. I mean, you know, but most people I know who moved here like it because it's like cost of living's cheap.
See, I always hear that. I don't like that reason.
Why not?
Because it creates a comfort. It keeps people here when they don't want to be here.
You think so?
I mean, if you like it legitimately, like you seem to do, that's fine. There's a lot of people I know, like, I don't like it here. Cost of living cheap. Like, yeah, let's go to HEB. You know, like,
I mean, the thing is, that is a factor for some people. You know, it
is, for some people, but I mean, like,
but
I mean, look, you're like none of my. Well, there's one guy, rich guy I know, but I mean, most of us are not rich. So I mean, like, and I get that, but then it's like, but all that is just another obstacle. You know what I mean?
For some people, it can be. You know what I'm saying? Depends on what you're, like you said, you're here for, what you're doing, and anywhere that you go. What are you contributing? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What do you... So I see things very familiar.
You are very macro.
Yeah, real shit.
You're a real macro.
Like, I mean...
There's no, it's not good or bad. Yeah,
I've always told that. And I mean, like, that's...
all your counters are macro counters. And you're like, well, shit, if you're going to do that, then I'm like...
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to, though. I feel like we're so... That's the problem, is we're so micro.
I think I've switched to micro only because I don't think I was that ever... like growing up, so I think I need to do that back for me. I also believe that's the best way I can help people. Yeah. For what I do is like, look, man, I need to build a foundation for me. Mm-hmm. Then I can pull people up on my little lifeboat or whatever you want to call it. But it's like, yo, I ain't exactly floating right now. So I'm like...
I'm a mixed methods person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I definitely believe that you can do... They have to... Even my symbol is yin yang, right? Anything I feel like can be done, you know... in flow, you know, if you let it happen, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I do know, whatever. But
well, you just say your symbol is yin yang.
Yeah,
right?
So I mean,
so
it's
you gave
important.
Both answers. That's fine. I don't know, and I do know.
Exactly. So, but I mean, that fluidity of like, you know, understanding is important, I think. So.
Why you alluded to it right there, but is there another reason why the yin yang?
I mean, I feel like there's several reasons, you know, but I want it to be, I guess, understood as that understanding of fluidity, that understanding of, you know, this balance, you know. Yeah.
All right. What's the goal of the new album? Well, what can you even say about that so far?
Man, stinky. She's like, nah, we don't.
It's like, stinky. We don't talk about what's unreleased, all right?
Right, for real though, right? Right, she's like, I don't know. It's all right. It's all right.
You think it's
got my security. My bad. Come on, Stinky. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it to him, bloodbath. Come on, let it go. Let it go. Oh. But yeah, so
Kristen Bell, that
she's my A&R, you know what I'm saying? So she handled all the stuff.
Asking them questions, fool.
Laying back, getting her belly rub, still barking.
Hold me back.
Right? Broke my back. Like, I'm so done with you. But
you're lucky.
Right?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, hold me. Yeah, put bodies in front of me. Or you get bodied.
Right, like we need to give her own like series because she has a lot of personality. I tell you. No, but the goal with this album, though, or this project, whatever, I want people to feel the nurturing that I've received. You know, and that's essentially like how I feel about anything in life. And that's why I'm saying things can be done simultaneously. As you learn, you teach. As you teach, you learn, you know? That's kind of how I was taught. So with this album, I feel like, okay, I actually took time, you know, to take this, you know, serious. Not saying I didn't take anything else serious, but to actually kind of learn a little bit more than I knew before, right? And to actually take this up as I want to continue to learn about this, you know? And, so the patience, I feel like, of this album will be felt, you know, because I want that feeling. But yeah, the nurturing of the album project, whatever you want to call it, will be felt, and that's my goal.
All right. Word with the song Vacay, did it blow up before the video or after the video?
It was like both. Like literally, like I put it out. And then, you know, Walter sent out, like, some press releases, you know, and people were like, hey, you know. And, oh, shit. Like, that was in, like, April of 2016. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, oh, cool. Like, 1,000 plays. You know, whatever. Blow, whatever. It's great, you know. And I was like, this is amazing. Like, you know, I was like, great, thank you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I shared, like, you know, something with people and they, like, felt it and they were able to, like, you know, heal, you know, and that's fucking amazing. Because I hated that song, real shit, you know?
Yeah, no, I heard that, the other podcast you were on.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, we gonna put this out at midnight and just, you know, because I was always dropping random singles because I was just like, I like making songs and I just put them on SoundCloud and sharing with my friends. And I just did that one and I was like, well, you know, it has a nice beat. It feels good, you know. So, you know, I put it on there. And then, yeah. So, yeah.
I'm a bigger fan. And yeah, like, look, I know we don't define success for this show, but I mean, like, so I haven't actually had success, but I'm definitely a bigger fan right now of like the singles versus album format.
Yeah.
Just because this is today, you know, like, this is what they consume with the great story right now that he's finally famous enough that people I meet now actually know who he is, Russ.
Yeah.
You know, so he's the good example of the single.
Definitely.
Working for him.
Yeah.
So what makes you stick with the album format?
Because, I mean, your album should jam. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand, like, putting out an album and not jamming. Like, I don't get that. I grew up on gospel music, so every song's going to jam. Every song's going to give you a feeling. Every song has its life. Every song, you know, is meant to be played. I don't understand an album that doesn't have a song that's not meant to be played. So I don't see why, you know what I'm saying? They can't be singles or they can't be, you know, whatever they want. They need to be for people to consume them. If they feel good, if they feel the way that, you know, that you need to feel or you want to feel, you're going to listen to it, you know? So. Do we have the attention span for an album? Yeah, I'm like, shit. I think so. I mean, if it jams, you're going to put it on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're going to let it ride, you know, so. Damn, we're in this part where I'm like. I'm all nervous. Like, what do you mean this part? Well, I mean, there's the part where I'm like, I'm blank. Like, okay. I mean. Well, I mean, because normally I'm trying. Oh, wait, now I shouldn't even say these things. I'm speaking like all third person out loud. That's what all the meditating does, is it speaks to you. It makes you do that. Which I think sometimes I can be like too real with people. No, I think that's not something to be a worry. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, like, it shouldn't be a worry. You know? I think it's not a worry because I think long term I'm like, when I'm super real with people, if they don't come back, then they probably didn't need to be there in the first place, you know. And if they they were there. I think that's that might be the New Yorker in me. But I mean, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But I think the mix of what I've got, you know, from the Southern feel, or not even that really. I think more so just like my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't just be honest. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's not that difficult. And if you're not honest, well, do that over there and not where I am. And try to come over here. No, you know, like it's. Here's some tools how not to do that if you want to not do that. But I mean, do what you do, you know what I'm saying? But with regard with humans, people, you know, the whole feeling of, oh, somebody's not back again. I mean, we're all in each other's lives, I feel, for a reason, you know, even if it's just like a split second, you know, that connection with somebody. Today, this was random as the fuck. My girlfriend had dropped me off on campus because I was like, I don't want to pay for parking because I was just like, who does? Exactly. I was like, shit, I'll walk home. I was like, y'all, I'll just walk home. They were like, really? I was like, yeah. But I didn't. Anyways. She forgot she was in Texas. Right? I was like, it's hot as the fuck and it's 5:00. But, so I got to campus and I was like walking, you know, and I always smile at people because I'm just weird like that. I mean, why not? Just shit, smile, you know what I'm saying? So I smiled at this like one student and like, he stopped. He was like, hey, thank you. And I was like, it startled me because I was like, the fuck? Like, you know, I thought he was about to ask me, like, I don't know if he knew me or something. Yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah, here's this class or something like that. Because, you know, I'm a grad assistant or whatever. So I was just like, he was just like, thank you for, like, you know, noticing me. And I was just like, what? Like, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just that intimacy. Like I told you, that human intimacy that doesn't have to be, like, you know, sexualized or has to be like demonized or has to be any of these bad connotations that, you know, makes that you only give one definition to intimacy. You know, it leaves all these other forms of intimacy out. You know what I'm saying? And that's beautiful to the whole, you know, thing of all of us are connected. We all mentor each other. We all, you know, affect each other. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's that split second, that was the weirdest shit to me. And I was like, well, wait, accept that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a, you know, and even that little moment reminded me of that, you know? So, I don't know. I think it's important to remember that.
Oh yeah, you have a lot of depth into you because you definitely comment a lot on that human interaction aspect, and the intimacy has already been mentioned.
Yeah.
And how important that is.
Oh, my bad.
And I know like every song you have is like has a story and stuff, so I'm sure that I've only heard so much. I haven't heard everything.
Yeah.
But I'm sure some of that comes across on there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna do the life questions now, because I'm sure we'll tangent off of them anyway, so it'll work out.
I'm all like,
no, it's just nonsense. It's just questions I ask almost everybody.
Almost everybody.
So sometimes, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, man, should I do it now or not?
Yeah.
Because usually when they don't get asked, they're because time. that's why the almost everybody or people are like, yeah, dude, noise is happening. We gotta go. Some ridiculous happened. Or like,
go for it. Yeah.
All right. So first one, I used to ask everybody this many years ago when I was like, just trying to find some answer. Now I understand it's more within and stuff. But yeah, what's your goal in life?
My goal in life is to literally just keep learning, like literally keep learning so that I can keep teaching, because I really believe like we're all related in some way, and we all have shared an experience in some way. We're all living an experience of our predecessors and, you know, people, you know, before us, you know? So I think it's important to remember that. I know it's easier said than done, quote, quote, but it's really kind of not, you know? It's easier done than thought. You know, I feel like we just really get caught up in the thought. Like today in class, the discussion was to figure out, well, how can we, you know, put these ideologies aside, you know, to make sure that the education system is equitable, right? And literally, like, the only issue that's, you know, really, you know, if we get to the macro, you know, because honestly, that who did the trickle down theory thing? You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a lot of good theories, just not well implemented. You know what I'm saying? Or well, like, thought out to like let's like maybe do like some tests and then, you know, I don't know. I'm a critic of a lot of science.
Learn stuff and then adapt. Test, learn stuff.
Yeah, you know, like how about we just, you know, not take the first results? You know what I'm saying? Like if we're gonna do social science and try to make it the same thing as science, like science doesn't do just one test. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, oh yeah, no, motherfucker. Anyways, but you know, I have any chemistry labs, but yeah. So that's my goal in life, is just to do that, really, and that's my mission. Because I have so many little cousins too. Like everything comes back to family for me now. So, and I define family outside of just like blood. You know what I'm saying? Like my homies, my family. You know what I'm saying? Like my best friends, my sisters. You know. So yeah.
That is an easy transition to the next one. Who do you have compassion for?
Everyone. You know? Even people who do me dirty, you know, because I mean, shit, we're all human, you know what I'm saying? So I think we all should have compassion, you know what I'm saying? And that's the easy part. It really is, because once you let it go, it's out of the universe for you. You let it go, it's out of the universe for you. And if we all could just do that, you know, you say meditate, everybody could just do that, you know what I'm saying, or in their own way, you know, because that's kind of where these labels come from, because it's not in everybody's way, right? these definitions. If it wasn't fought over, you know, you could just, hey, okay, cool, you do that. As long as you, I don't know, that's just my theory. I'm like, just, you know, don't cause any fuckery, you know? It's that, you know what I'm saying? And if you do apologize, no fuckery, yeah. You know, right? And then if you do apologize and just, you know, try to do better, you know what I'm saying? It's not, because I feel like our society are just, in general, once you get more life, you start to reflect on life rather than project on life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as kids, we're taught to project on life. And this is why I like education, right? And this is why I'm like, the education system hinders certain people because they're not trying to project your life. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you stay in it, these are resources to project your life, right? And they should be, right? Quote unquote. They're given to you, you know, or assessed to you, right? So that whole idea of like the past hinders a lot of people, you know, the idea of like, okay, even the past like a second, you know, like, damn, okay, like here's for an example. If I'm editing some music and I accidentally like delete the whole strip, I'm like, fuck, you know, would I just be like, oh, fuck, well, song's gone, you know? No, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, the song is not gone. I'm going to hit Control Z and hope for the best, you know, or what is it? No. Yeah, Control, like, whatever.
Yeah, Control Z is not wrong.
Is it? Yeah, it's the one that goes back. Okay. Yeah. And I'm like, and then just go back. And then just, you know, and if not, we're about to record the shit again. You know what I'm saying?
It won't be the same probably, though.
But you know what I'm saying? It's get it done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it happened to me yesterday. Or I was editing one of these podcasts, and awesome. It was one where it's 3 people, so it's more as an extra track. So it's another layer of work. Yeah. And these things, I don't know if you mix or any of your stuff.
I mean, I'm trying, but I'm not responsible for my album.
It's the Great War. Oh man. But this is less about mixing these things, and they're more about audio restoration and cleanup, which is, it took me a while to realize that. Because I had those programs, but I never used them. Because when you're making music, you don't record shit, you know? Yeah. You don't record bad stuff on purpose, you know? So, but this stuff, you're more in raw and uncontrolled environments. So I try to clean it up. So I'm cleaning up 3 pieces of audio, and I did all these things that take time. Yeah. And then the thing crashed. And I never save it because I don't need to. It's usually like, done, pop it out. But I guess I was pushing it a little bit because you can run a process on one track, but then do it on the others. And I guess doing it on all 3 was maybe a bit too much. So the thing was like, yo, and nothing got saved. And it's funny, like I was disappointed, but I don't know if it's because of the meditating now or something. It was just like,
do what you feel.
Yeah.
And what you feel should be in flow. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If it's in that flow, you all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can hit Control Z and it comes back, it's back. If it don't, we record it or not. You know what I'm saying? You have options is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? You have options. And it's never having to dwell. You know? Like, it's never having to do that. Like, it's really not.
So that reminds me of like always move forward, kind of.
Yeah, it's more so like in the inside of my ring. This is funny. My high school ring, right? I had it engraved, and it says "Failure teaches success." Right, and one of my favorite quotes was, "The harder the battle, the more glorious the triumph." That's kind of always just been like my mantra, you know, and that's kind of where Inspire Live Dream came from, right? But I think if we utilize these lessons in life, you know, as resources. Yeah, she's over responding back as resources.
It's probably because I got dogs too.
Oh, okay. I was like, who are these people?
Yeah.
But yeah, if we utilize them as like stepping stones to actually, you know, be in tune with whatever we're supposed to be in, then you'll do it, you know. So
there's like 3 things I want to like touch on.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they keep reoccurring. I might probably forget them as we keep going, but whatever. Do you meditate?
I guess I do. I just don't like. I meditate in different ways.
Like how? What is your meditation?
Man, so when I first wake up, I just, you know, stretch in my bed, but only in my bed.
Yeah.
You know? And I always just kind of lay there And I just kind of, reflect on my day, what I want my day to be like. I say thank you, and, I kiss my girl, smile at her. Because I think even those little practices,
Yeah.
These little things are prayers or meditations, So I feel like all day I meditate, really. I feel like in everything I've just learned, or I've been learning to like just make everything a meditation, everything a prayer, and be adamant about it, because I mean, it's like taking, that world that you meditate on and actually living in that world, So, yeah.
Where did this mindset you have? I feel like it's a really good mindset. Like, where did that come from?
Thank you. Thanks. Probably Taekwondo. Just kidding.
Really? Like, I don't know. Like, do you have a Taekwondo background? No,
I do actually.
Can you still do it now or no?
I mean, probably. I played a lot of sports. I'm the youngest. I have an older brother who, he's 3 years older than me, so I would like watched him grow up, I'm the youngest cousin. My mom's the youngest daughter, so I'm like the youngest of all of the, my family. So I've always been an observer, So, I think my mindset came from, man, it's tough. I've had a lot of influences on my mindset. And that's why I have this mindset to say, all these things, take them as resources. You know what I'm saying? That's what baggage claim. You know what I'm saying? Like my last EP. Take these things, as, because that's your shit. You know what I'm saying? And once you have your shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what you can do, to go home, go to what you need to do, go do what you need to do. So, I mean.
See, I'm working on that too. Like even with like today, like that whole thing you were talking about there with the baggage claim, like I guess mental reframing. You know what I mean? Like said bad event happened, but because of that bad event, you can now do whatever it is you need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
I had a lot of counseling growing up too.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't want to say banned, but I think they gave up on me when I was in counseling.
No, I mean,
They did. My mom forced me in it because I don't remember. I wouldn't say I was a bad kid, but I guess I was a form of whatever I was.
You just went for the shits.
I need to get my mom on this and I'll ask her. But I mean, like, she's coming. But But I just remember like they like, look, man, he just doesn't do nothing. I think I didn't talk to them at all. I was just standing there. I just played the fifth. I didn't even know what the fifth was.
Fifth.
Not incriminating no one. Not even myself.
They were like, actually, you signed up like no, hey babe. But yeah, no. I think that has a huge influence is the counseling. I've had a lot of aunts who are from the islands who were very, very educated. Very, very educated. My mom, obviously. My parents, My dad, he's a very adventurous guy. And he's just really very optimistic. My dad is extremely optimistic. So, and my mom is very... she's a leader. She's just like gonna do this and it's gonna get done, and everybody's just like cool, So I think my parents, obviously, but all the people who I grew up around, my aunts, taking me to like universities when I was like 9. I met Maya Angelou, had no clue who she was. I was just like, who's this old lady? But she has some fire bars, because I had just started. My brother. He's 3 years older than me, so he was 12? No. Yeah, so he was like 12, and I was 9, so he was listening to like Ludacris and shit like that. So I was listening to Ludacris and shit like that. So I would try to overhear, on some Ludacris, or I would just find some of his files on the family computer, and I would put it on my iPod, So when I heard Maya Angelou, I was like, wow, this is like bars, but like, eloquent. So
some eloquent bars.
You know what I'm saying? But that was huge for me. that kind of led me to poetry. But I mean, yeah, I've heard a lot of influence. Nikki Giovanni, meeting her was just like, okay, I can do this, you know? But yeah, Taekwondo, I was kind of like, my parents got divorced when I was younger, and I was just like a very active kid, you know? So I had like, not ISS or something, but it was like some counseling for like the bad kids, you know? Like, hey guys, y'all have a special like thing to go to before third and second period or some shit.
So why UNG AMEA was
yeah, young AMEA was out there mobbing. No, I'm kidding. No, but it was just, you know, but and I was in Taekwondo when I was younger because I was just like not for the shits as a kid, you know, like, and I would just instantly like, you say something stupid, I'd probably just slap you, you know. I was just not with the shits, and I was nice, obviously, you know. But
don't start now, won't be none.
So my parents were like, maybe you should like meditate. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, you know. So definitely sports and that, and counseling.
All right, and then I'm surprised. I remembered all three. The third one was gonna be, you mentioned flow a lot too.
Yeah.
And I know this is a different flow I'm about to bring up, but I'm sure you know the idea of the human going into flow, right? Into the flow state or the mind state, you know? Would that apply at all to the type of flow you're talking about? I feel like you're talking more harmonious flow, you know, of interactions.
Honestly, truly, I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
Okay. So like a lot of this, I've like kind of come into as like self-definition based on either tidbits of like things that I've been like told or like hear, observe, like, you know, and I'll apply them and kind of define them. I think that's more of like my sociologist kind of side, right? I wouldn't, yeah, I guess, you know, it would be kind of similar. But I have a hard time kind of just sticking with kind of that, because there's a lot of other things, but yeah.
For sure.
Which makes it one thing, but you know, but that's why I have kind of a hard time, you know, with that.
Reminds me of Bruce Lee when you were like just picking little tidbits here and there and then making it one thing.
What do you mean? Can you explain to me what you're trying to, I guess,
the
understand?
flow part question?
Yeah.
I guess like I guess to keep it into this, like I don't know, I'm sure you ever tried like freestyling, right?
Yeah, I used to freestyle.
And you probably get into like a state where like, oh, it's just flowing through you know? So that would be the flow for that, or the athlete flow, you know, when they're in the zone.
Yeah.
I mean, like I feel like me just even talking about it is like, yep, they're probably not the same at all. Like now as I verbalize it, but I mean like, but no, just because they're both called flow, you know, like because I don't remember what the brain is doing, but you know, you get into like these forms of like kind of like our purest, like or like
this idea of literally living in the present, experiencing, you know, fully the present, I think is more of that. And when you do reach back and pick from, you know, these things, you're picking it more so to apply them to that present moment. Like when I was telling you about like walking through the hall, and I'm just like, you know, smiling. I'm in this like, you know, zone. I'm in this flow, you know, and I'm smiling. My ego is not expecting, you know, anyone to actually like say a word, because I'm socialized to believe you smile, I smile back. That's it, you know. But flow, you know, inflow, you know, these kind of things sometimes knock you, you know, into another, I would say like a paradigm, right?
Yeah.
Which causes you to get into another flow, right? Accepting that gets you into that, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, right? Whatever. So, yeah.
I keep thinking of these other things, but like instead of as interrupt, but that's why I was like, let me just start the life thing, because that'll lead into other things.
Yeah.
But you mentioned the website, before I forget, what makes you name the website that versus just AMEA, like your artist name? You know, because for, I guess, at first glance, you know, the marketing thing might be like, what? You know, like
yeah. I mean, everybody.
But hearing you talk is probably like obvious reasons why.
Yeah, right. I'm just
but I just wanted you to say it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've people ask me that a lot, and I'm just like, I don't want it. I've never just wanted it to be about me. You know what I'm saying? That feels weird to me. I don't want to be idolized. Like, that's weird. Like, I don't think that is okay. I want to share what I'm learning and learn, you know, what people share with me and continue to have that intimate bond with people. That's why I was just like, not really a name, not a symbol, not, you know, an idol, more so a feeling, more so a relationship, you know, than an idolization, you know, pop star or some shit like that, you know, because that just feels weird to me. I love making music. I love performing. I'm thankful, you know, and people are like, oh, I like your shit, you know, that's great, you know, but I never wanted to be praise AMEA. This is all about AMEA, blah, blah, blah. Because I even started it really kind of just like, because we had to make a website when I graduated my undergrad for like, you know, and I was like, fuck. But not for that one specifically, but for a different one. I made another website. And I was like, oh, this is kind of fun making websites. And then I was like, hey, I make music. My friends make music. One of my friends writes poetry. One of my friends does photography. I know how to build websites. Let's just like put everybody's shit on there, you know? And that's how Inspire Love Dream started. And that's why when I work with like photographers or something like that, it's like a collaborative thing. It's like, hey, I have this platform that I pay for because I like building websites, and I have like, that's like my hobby, like my little tech hobby thing, you know, that turned into something that was just like great, like a collective relational experience that I want all of us to have and have a platform to share it on. You know what I'm saying? And I know how to work it. I'm going to want to work it because it's fun, you know what I mean? You know, so that's why I named it Inspire Love Dream instead of AMEA Music. I know it's a marketing nightmare, but I'm just like, I mean,
it's not care. once you're like to a level where now that's your brand, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But I just mean from inception.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Damn, I was like, I still haven't gotten to website building to my own detriment. But I mean, it's
not hard.
I know, but it's just so much. It's like, I think like...
It's like painting a picture.
Like, the whole thing with all this thing is like, I started with music and I just ended up learning all these other things, and I'm grateful, but it's like, man, the more I want to do music, the more I never do it, you know?
Yeah, honestly.
Because I keep learning all these other things that I'm supposed to do to supposedly make it and all this stuff, you know what I mean?
That is one thing I learned, like I saw early on, right? Because like I told you, I was working with people before, you know, or I still work, you know, I started working with people who were older than me too, you know. I would just turn 21 when I moved to San Antonio. Yeah. And I was just like fresh. Like I had music that I wrote to collect cajones and shit, but you know, whatever.
Cajon beats.
Yeah, you know. So man, cajones go hard. But
hey, my drummer is a cajon player, man.
I need to
incoming collab. There's
for real though. Thank you. Yes, let's do it. But you know, like the damn, I realized that, you know, from them and from learning from them, you're just gonna have to do a lot of shit, you know, to do what you want to do.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. And I mean, it's nothing but helping you. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but giving you more resources. The same thing, you know.
Reframing it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I saw it. I was like, the same model I see at school, I kind of apply to everything, you know. Sadly enough. But, you know, so I was just like, and that made it weird for me when people would be like, well, how are you going to school and doing this? And I was like, it's the exact same thing. But just taking, you know, autonomy over, you know, your resources that you have available to you, because I bet you like some 16-year-old kid is dying to want to like be out in the desert filming or being a stagehand or something like that, you know, for Wiz Khalifa or something, you know what I'm saying? You know, or any, you know, little things that we might think that are minuscule, you know, in the industry that we do. I'm like, that's dope as fuck, you know what I'm saying? This is shit that I'm like, what? I would have just done this on a Saturday, and people are just doing this, like they're making money and like living well. I'm like, shit, I'm doing this just for fun. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think when you look at it that way, like you have all these cool resources, you get to meet more people who know about these things, you know what I'm saying? Who you can like just make dope shit with. Like, maybe I'm just like a little communist. I don't know. But I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But
that'll be my trailer. Just say nothing else. Just
that's not okay.
That's not gonna be. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness. No, commutalism. But for real though,
it'll be the story one. Stories are short.
Right.
It won't be. It won't be.
It's like the headline, the tagline. Maybe I'm just I'm asleep. No, but yeah, I mean that's important to me. So.
All right, I'll get back to the track. 3 things you're thankful for in life.
Man, I'm gonna consolidate this. My family, because if I start naming out people, I'm like, why was I not?
Forgot?
No, right?
You forgot?
Right? It's like I only got 3 y'all. I could do a draft. No, but so my family definitely, and that includes my friends, who I call my friends, you know, because they're my family. And obviously my girlfriend, you know, and her family. Sable. Man, the things that I'm grateful for?
Yeah, in life and whatever, you know?
Definitely. I mean, I'm grateful for, like, literally everyone that I've crossed paths with. You know what I'm saying? Because, like...
Shout out to my self-esteem.
Right on, right? No, but for real, though, because, like, it's so wonderful to, like, imagine, this is why I said it's important, I think, for everyone to live by themselves to a point of uncomfortability, to get to a point of comfortability with themselves, by themselves. Because then I feel like, at least for me, you know, and from people that I've talked to about the same kind of thing, it gives you a different perspective on, I mean, because everybody's duration, you know, differs, you know what I'm saying? But it gives you a different perspective on the human experience, you know? But, yeah. So everyone that I've crossed paths with, like, we have literally we have a story. Like, I look at, like, life like it's a book, you know? We all have a story, we're all in each other's lives, you know? To contribute to this story in some way. And I think it's just a beautiful thing somebody will read, you know? And we're reading. But, so, yeah, I'm grateful for literally everyone that I've crossed paths with, because that shit's beautiful. And I'm also grateful for chapstick. And that's real.
Shout out to chapstick.
Nah, but yeah, for real. Because, you know, when you smoke, you know, your lips get chapped. No, but even in the cold, growing up in Ohio, like, go to New York in January and not have chapstick, you won't have lips. I know. Lips be gone. No more lips. Like, you know, and, like, how can you live life without lips, you know?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Didn't really use chapsticks, so I guess, I don't know how I did.
He's just like, man, like, I'm going to write this book about, you know, the success story of the lips without chapstick. Like, you know.
The counter story.
Hey, for real, though. Hey, New York bestseller.
Life story, life without chapstick.
Life without chapstick, man. That would be hell. Like, because I hate losing chapstick. It's, like, the worst. But
that should be a song. That should be.
Bars.
Yeah, man. That could be a song to tackle the man not hot song.
man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's essential. No,
man, but man's not hot, and the damn video is called Fire in the Booth. What the? That just came to me. It just came. So many things going on in that video.
It's a lot of things we can, you know, analyze in that video. It's great. It's my favorite.
All right. The next one is one person you would want to forgive, and if you can say why, then so be it. And the vice versa. One person you would want to forgive you. Man. Same thing. So all these questions, they're forms of deep because it's like a daily meditation that I literally do every day, but I just flip them into questions.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, I feel like I've forgiven everyone, you know, because I feel like at a point I learned to instantly forget. Because first of all, this thing that we talked about, compassion, you know, that's like a practice of that, you know. not to say, and see, here's the thing, defining forgiveness is huge, you know, because a lot of people, I've noticed, you know, even me, I had to learn what forgiveness meant to be able to do that, you know. It's not like, oh, it's okay, you know, no, you can keep stabbing me inside, you know, because you're just you know. And it's also not, fuck you, you dead to me, you know what I'm saying? It's not that. I feel like it's literally
for the audio people. That's
for the audio people. It's my bad, right? I'm just gonna you heard the pants slap. No, but I feel like
verbally describe. She raised both hands and pushed forward.
Yeah, so. It's it's a love. It's a love thing to be able to forgive people. You know what I'm saying? That's a compassion. I feel like it's a practice of compassion, and because people suck. We all suck. You know what I'm saying? Humanity is pretty trash. I'm not gonna lie. Like, sometimes I be talking to my dog, like, man, how you know?
Yeah, new promo, man. Beef with humanity.
Beef with humanity, no, but for real, because, you know, like, the minuscule things, the macro things, you know, they matter, you know, to how we, you know, live in the micro, you know, greed, you know, these are huge definitions, even love, perceptions, all these things are huge definitions, and we're all microly trying to define them, you know, or trying to deal with them or understand them, and it's like, yo, like, just you know that's bad, so don't try to, you know, just don't fuck around, you know. It's not that deep, you know. So, you know what I'm saying, it's not that deep, and for me, to me, because I'm obviously speaking from a point of, like, finding that peace. But yeah, forgiveness is literally learning how to love and be compassionate. So every day, I mean, I feel like I'm forgiven.
What about the vice versa?
Man, I don't see, that's the thing about forgiveness is you can't control that. You know what I'm saying? You can't control if someone else is, you know, forgiving you, you know. But what you can do is send your love, you know. What you can do is send that energy. And that's a part of the, you know, the compassion is like, hey, you know, look, we all ain't shit. Like, if we can all just, you know, realize we're all ain't shit and we can all be shit, though, together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we're all, you know.
We can be one big continuous flow of shit. We can be diarrhea.
Right? Like, what? Who wouldn't want to be that? Like, come on, y'all.
Halloween costume incoming.
Halloween. Everybody just dresses up as poop. Yeah. Like, it's great. Yeah.
Whoever takes it too seriously and brings the smell, too, is
like, right? Because you know somebody
they get to be shit by themselves.
Right? For real, man. Exactly. See how simple this, we just explained humanity right there. You know what I'm saying? You doing too much. Like, why you gotta add the smell? Like,
pushing it to the point of uncomfortability, and now they get to be by themselves.
Right? Like, you know. But you know, I think I can control that. I don't know. I really, because I don't keep that on my heart. You know what I'm saying? I literally am like, if I've done somebody wrong, first of all, I'm like, really, like, I don't know. But yeah, if I've done something wrong, I'm instantly going to be like, damn, I apologize because that was never my intention, blah, blah, blah. You know, especially because I joke a lot, you know. And this was what I was talking about, the northern, southern kind of thing, you know. When I first got down here, it's like sarcasm, you know. It's like in Dallas, sarcasm is, you know, it's different sarcasm than Ohio sarcasm, you know. And I'm over here saying nigga and stuff all the time, and they're like, oh my God, she's saying nigga. Like, you know.
I know it's not PC for me, but like I'll slip and say that too. That's probably worse for me because I'm not black.
But it's like a northern
New York
thing, yeah.
And like, you won't find every Spanish person says it. Like, so I think I had like an interest. I have a friend who's going for his PhD at UTSA. He's from New Orleans, so it was interesting. I asked him. He hasn't come on a podcast here, but I was just to get the outsider's perspective. Like, what do they think? Because I'll see like someone like Fat Joe, like in public interviews, he's still dropping that word.
Yeah, because that's
and he's like white skinned as fuck.
Yeah, for real though.
And like Cardi B now, like she looks black, but she's some form of
Afro-Latina. She's Dominican.
Yeah.
Something like that. Cardi B's amazing.
I just thought she was New York. So, what do you think
I love
about her? Because
hit me up.
I think
we can be friends.
There you go.
Let's all be friends. Play Uno together.
I'll tweet this to her. I don't promise nothing, but I'll tweet this to her.
I'll promise you nothing.
That'll be the clip. I'll tag. This will be a separate promo. I'll just tag this part.
Yeah.
And send it to her.
This one and the I'm a little communist one. That one too.
Yeah, I'll send that one to her too.
Yeah.
I don't know what she'll do with that one.
We don't know, but yikes.
My thing with her is, I think I was ignoring it for a long time, but then once I heard like, hey man, like number 1 or 2 song in hip hop and maybe the country is from the Bronx, so I was like, I gotta hear this song, and I heard it, and I will say, because I'm older, so I come from a different hip hop generation.
Yeah.
So I thought she was way better than I thought she was gonna be, so I was like pleasantly surprised, but then I was sad though. I was like, man, dude.
Have you heard her other stuff? Have you heard Lick?
I'll get to that.
Okay.
But I was just sad that musically, for that song, because that is my introduction. Musically, I was like, man, it just sounds like us. Even though I'm from there, but I mean, I'm here now, so it sounds like us. So I was just disappointed that Bronx finally gets a song out there, but we sound like ATL. At the point I'm hearing it too, I'm in ATL at that point too. So man. I'm like, damn, it just literally sounds like us. So I mean, it's cool. It's good for her and everything, but it's just like, damn, the only way for us to make it is to just adapt and sound like them. Like just like.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's what I'm like. That's what gets
Is
back
album
to
2 trap? Let me find out right now.
You said what?
Is album 2 trap? Is
that
what you about to tell me?
Is that what you're saying? Right? I mean, hey, I do love Future.
Some auto-tune is coming?
Wait, no, but
Here, your mask off and Percocet and stuff.
Hey. No, one of my birthday pictures, I was like, I'm so mad at this. But anyways, no, everything, I don't have that kind of a connotation to music. I understand music is like, the regions, do have their own, but like I told you before, like I feel like I'm a nomad, you know what I'm saying? So
no, I get it.
So I'm like, when I hear like a compilation of things, I think it's awesome. It's like an ode, a celebration to like, a kind of a bond, but that's just,
I'm like a crappy, like investment person in the sense that like everything I've ever liked, I think has really blown up. Like I've been into it just before it blew up. But my thing is like, once these things, especially with the internet, it's probably because the internet, had these things blown up before the internet, this probably wouldn't have happened. But I feel like it's just, a variation on the singularity. Like things blow up, and now if I should, we can find a trap person in Poland. I used to hear Korean and Japanese music because I was hearing something different. But now I hear it and I hear trap there, and I'm like, well, what's the appeal anymore? So that's me more. I don't need her to sound like Joey Badass did, where he sounded like a time traveler. But I just was like, man, like, is that the only way to do it? Like, we just have to have that sound,
I think everybody has a role. Everybody, has their niche,
I've been super stubborn. I've avoided trap, like making it. I mean, like I'll hear it, but I don't.
Trap is a feeling, man. Trap is a feeling, and I love trap music, like real shit. Like I literally like listen to Future, like nonstop for like a year.
But I just didn't want to make because I didn't want to sound like everybody. That's what like I have that. I've always not wanted to sound like anyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like if you don't want to, you gotta listen to what's out there so you know what not to sound like,
Yeah. I mean, you can't avoid it.
Yeah, for real though, you really can't.
You can't not avoid it.
That is true. I feel that though.
Next one would be where you see yourself in 3 years.
Oh snap! Yeah, at the Grammys.
Oh man.
Yeah.
3-year countdown.
Yeah. So
how many?
Huh?
How many?
How many Grammys? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm modest and I'm humble, and I would
10.
just be humbled to be there. You like, yeah, 15. I'm kidding. Now, as many as as the work that we produce, and I say we as the community of artists that I want to work with. I want us to produce it with our hearts and continue to produce it with our hearts, and to be awarded as such, and that's kind of all. I mean, I can hope for, yeah, and for that. And definitely in 3 years, it's 2020. So, you know what I'm saying?
I want to keep going and finish it, but I got to ask, where does Does the Grammys still matter, like, for you?
Like honestly, it's more of like a symbolic thing.
Is it for your family, really?
Because
they understand what the Grammys are.
Right. Just because they understand what it is. No, I think it's more of a symbolic factor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, for us, like, growing up, you know what I'm saying? Like, this goes back to, you're talking about, like, what does your manager do? Like, we're literally, like, we're homies. You know what I'm saying? We're each other's, like, confidants. We work together, you know what I'm saying? Because we have these ideas that we want to, you know, see in the world. And that's, like, one marker for us that we were, like, you know, we grew up watching the Grammys, you know? We're like, oh, this is cool, you know what I'm saying? Same shit for, like, why some people want to be on certain vlogs, you know what I'm saying? And that might be, like, on a different level. But literally, it's like, yeah, because, you know, like, this is something significant for us, right? But not as, I guess, I'm not a huge, like, ceremony person. I'm more of just, like, I like to celebrate, you know? Yeah. And I also like to see things that I wanted to see in the world as a kid happen in my adult life and be able to, you know, kind of keep that mindset, you know, going for others, you know? And that is a really great platform to do it, you know? Yeah.
I think I just always remember, like, in the beginning, hip-hop and metal a little bit, but hip-hop just being ignored.
Yeah, definitely.
Like in the early 90s. Like, and I was just like, well, this isn't my music. And it wasn't until things made money that it was, oh, you can come now. You know?
Definitely. I mean, that's definitely how, that's definitely with anything, kind of, and I've noticed that on many sides, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm over here, so I'm on both sides.
Shout out to PC.
Bye. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? We're in America. I don't plan to, you know, in 3 years, I would like to have, you know, my own island by that time, you know, with my homies, and we all, you know, contributing.
Some musicians want a label, you get an island.
Man, I don't even see this. I don't know. I really want to actually, now I'm like actually getting into this again. So I'll be graduating in December, you know, with my master's, and after that, I want to, you know, continue to work on research until I get into my PhD program. And so in 3 years, I'll probably still be in my PhD program, but I want to also, you know, open up like something like a boys and girls school and a boys and girls club, but a school, you know, my girlfriend wants to open a school, and I want it to be like kind of like a complex, you know. So one of my best friends, she's like a family therapist, you know. She went and got her master's for that. Well, she's completing her master's for that one and everything. And then my other friend, she's an RN. Another friend, she was like a fitness guru. Like she went to like Mizzou as a gymnast and everything. She's like a nutritionist. She has her own like sports camp and everything. And like my brother's a photographer. He's all these. I have, you know, everybody in my like tribe, quote, quote, you know, people that I want to, you know, be around, you know, and stuff like that. I just want to see everybody flourish, and I want to see everybody flourish together. And I believe that it can all be done so through education, right? And not just, you know, a formal public school type of education, but like a day center, you know, something like that. And that's kind of why I want to have that. And if I can get that in 3 years, I was thinking more 5 years, but you know what I'm saying? Now we're here, shit, you know, 3 years.
Let's speed it up.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get it popping. You know, in 3 years, I would like something like that to be, you know, cutting the ribbon, you know, at least by then. And, finishing my PhD, you know, have my own island, you know, and I would like to see the world a better place, you know, by then, or at least, you know, striving more towards it, you know, not just in such a similar historical pattern. I like to see something different, you know, even though we're told there's nothing new under the sun, but
it is and it isn't.
Yeah, you know, exactly.
Not to play like you.
Yeah, so I'm just like, So I just, that's where I see myself in 3 years. Yeah.
What is the perfect day?
Ooh, man, the perfect day is like waking up to a massage, man. Like to waking up to the Aria spa. I'm just gonna like make this up so this can be a day.
Yeah, that's what it is. I had someone once give me time stamps, and I was like,
"Oh yeah, no time stamps. I just want to wake up, to the Aria."
So you do. I only say that because you can do whatever you need to with all these questions,
right? You're like, I just pull out a list. Here's the actual planner. Yeah, I want to. That'd be cool. Wake up to the to a spa. Start my day off there. And that too. I like to jam. I like to jam a lot with musicians specifically, but like acoustic musicians specifically. When I started working with producers like last year, I was like, this is totally different than working with like a band.
Yeah, it is.
I was like, oh shit, this is totally weird. But
I'm always intimidated even though I came from a real instrument, I don't do it enough. Mm-hmm. My chops are like whatever. So anytime I play with real people, I still get that subconscious feeling. I
love playing with real people though. Like because producers scare me. And like, what? I don't get it. Because there's a lot of it is in their head. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And because they have that gift,
Yeah.
And that's kind of similar with most people's gifts, It's kind of sometimes it's just like you just see them do it. It's kind of hard for them to explain it, But anyways, but. Yeah, I mean, whatever. But so my perfect day, let's start with that. Jamming, teaching a class or two, seeing like people just happy. And I've seen people smiling wherever, and like, sounds like heaven basically. So it's like some clouds, but it's like still sun out. It's like 75, 80 degrees,
Damn, weather specific.
Right? Go. Yeah, the weather is important. Man, I hate being cold, man. But yeah, so basically heaven. That's my perfect day. No, but I guess in here, my perfect day, is like, being able to, every day is kind of my perfect day because I kind of just do as That
makes sense. That makes sense with a lot of what I've been getting.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm like, damn. But from that projection, that'd be a perfect day. But yeah, I feel like every day because I just kind of every day I want to make sure that I do life. I've like literally worked so many different jobs.
Life the shit out of life.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, life is great, man. And I've also like been, like super depressed before and stuff like that. And we all like battle with, like wanting, like being like sad, wanting to, feel like you don't want to be a part of like the world, And then you're like, wait, there's really kind of nowhere else to go, like, right now. Anyways.
I always had the reverse from my little depressing and like feeling I'm not a part of it. You know what I mean?
Nah. So. Yeah, I mean, that was more... Well, see, that was the weird thing, I guess you mean. It's like, people would always want to, like, hey, I'm like, I don't really like this at all. This whole human thing, y'all are... Wow. Because I'm really sensitive, and I just, like, I feel a lot of things. So, yeah. So, every day, it's like...
All right. A perfect nothing wrong day. With that. Where does it come from? Like, where does the will to carry on come from? Does it come from within? Does it come from the universe, religion, like whatever for you?
Yeah, man. Comes from my family, Like this relational experience, this relational human experience is beautiful. And as much as there's moments when I'm like, wow, these people, not just my family, but just people in general, right? I'm like, wow, these people really thought that thought. And I get aggravated because I'm like, wow. No. But, it's just knowing that you are in a dream. You're in a lucid dream. It's cool as fuck.
Shout out to Inception.
Hello. Right? It's cool as fuck, man. And I think life is cool once you realize that, like, you have. I know this is like humanity's debate, but once you realize you have free will, it's cool as fuck. Like, life is cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Defining free will for a lot of people is whatever. But you know what I'm saying? What the fuck ever. Like, the more that you think about the free will, you're obviously giving up that free will. You know, does that make sense? The more that you're trying to, like, put a boundary on it, you're giving that up. So,
wait, I need a process.
Yes.
The more you think about the free will, the more you're giving it up. Is that what?
The more that you try to attribute something to something that is not there, the more it becomes non-existent. Okay? When, like, even like with Stevie Wonder, right? You know, I love Stevie Wonder. He might be crazy, but whatever. He's dope.
Is he crazy? Do you know something I don't?
I don't know. I just people are always like, he's pimp, and I'm like, he's a legend, so let him live his life.
Let him pimp.
Right? He's like, he's not really blind. I'm like, leave him alone, okay? Leave Stevie alone.
He's not really blind. He's a great actor.
It's like, for real. I'm like, y'all are childish, but no, he's a legend. But you know, like, if you believe in things you don't understand, you will suffer. You know. And even to like a Christian point, because I was raised like super Christian. Confusion is not of God. You know?
I feel like you're dropping like a lot of gems. I don't know if I can carry all of them at once. I'm processing them.
You got some bags? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute, let me get the Ziploc.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Put that in one here.
I'm like, damn, I didn't know we put on 444 right now. Hold on. I was
like, bye. Hey, that's
no, it's good. I'm just like, man, but, like my mind is, I'm like, hold up. I'm like, keep going. No, I'm just
yeah, I mean, no, like you had
said confusion is
confusion is not of God.
Yeah.
Okay. However people conceptualize God, I can say confusion is not of free will. You know, because first of all, even to like a scientific standpoint, how can confusion be involved in free will? You know? How? You know? Like, literally. It literally disrupts it.
Saying like
it disrupts free will, so it no longer becomes free will. So anything that, you know, even to, okay.
I feel like I'm going to press play on this at home a lot. Like, just this moment. Like, because, no, this is good stuff, but I feel like this is... I feel like I haven't thought of this in this light before, you know?
No problem. No, I'm like, yeah, man. No, but you... Even... Okay. I signed away a portion of my free will to... and see, the thing is... It's not always a negative or a positive, right? And I feel like as humans or people in this society, because I can't speak for what I don't know, but we attribute things to either be it is or it isn't. When it just is, you know. So now what do you do, right? So your free will is just that, you know. It's just that you give up this idea of it is, you know, remember the flow? You give up this autonomy to have that flow by succumbing to an idea that you don't have it. Does that make sense? So even to like, for school, right? So even to like, okay, a micro level. I know I speak macro a lot. So to a micro level. I am a woman, so I'm 25, and let's say I would like to, sleep in, and, you know, this is my choice, you know, I'd like to sleep in and, smoke weed all day. All right.
And Nate Dogg life.
Right, you know, and sing songs. No. So, for example, right? And this is my timeline will. Time will. Shout out to them. So this is my timeline will. Worship. Right? And I say, well, because of a choice, right? Because we have this choice, we have free will. I'm gonna have to give this up. I'm gonna have to jump to this timeline. I'm gonna have to do something different, right? These are still aspects of free will, right? Most times we say, instead of saying, hey, I'm gonna make the conscious decision to do this, we give up this idea of free will, to accept that it is a choice to do whatever you do. Literally. It's just not your choice how it's reacted upon, because it will be reacted upon. Okay? So most of the times people say, well, I really wish that, I could, do all these things, or, lay in a hammock, but I just can't, And it's like, well, why not? Have you done it? Have you tried to, have you given yourself the option? That's free will, giving yourself the option, to get to this, to do whatever you want to do, right? So a lot of the time, I'll define free will as giving yourself the option to be in flow. And when you decide to not give yourself an option, you become confused, because you believe that there is no option. And when you believe there is no option, what happens, But there's always an option. So I guess that's my take on the free will aspect of life.
I'm gonna definitely press play on this part. I feel like there's something there that I feel I need to maybe hear another time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah. We literally, my family and I were talking about this all morning yesterday or noon. So I was just like, well, it's pretty interesting. So I'm glad to share it with you, man. In unison,
That's why I ask people all these questions. I get all kinds of things.
Yeah. I can imagine. This one's like, damn, she's high as fuck.
No. It's like, that's cool. Here's the last one. I feel like I know where some of these are going to go. But, like I said, I asked these. This one's called I Like, I Wish, I Wonder. Okay. I like that I did. I wish I had done. I wonder what would have happened if.
Man. I like what I did.
I like that I did.
Oh. I like that, I decided to stay in San Antonio. Because it forced me to learn about myself and actually be patient with life, and be patient with life. The second one was I wish I
had done.
Man, so I really don't, but
I knew that was gonna be based on a lot of the answers. There's nothing wrong. There's always there's a certain clique of people that I'm starting to get now where a lot of things that invoke the past, they can't mess with,
Yeah.
That was just fine. There is no right answer,
Yeah, no, but just for the answer's sake, because I'll answer the question. But
but the act of no answer is also an answer.
Oh yeah. No,
so be true to you. Don't be like, well, I do want to be an actress. Let me find out.
Oh no, I just for the second, because I want to discuss the second part
for sure.
Because for sure. I wonder about if I would have went to Princeton. If I would have actually applied.
All right, so this is the third one. I wonder what would have happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the third one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, I don't wish any. It's not like, oh, I don't want to invoke it. I just more so I'm literally I'm cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything else, like I was talking about timelines. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the flow, which I need to be in right now, and I've accepted that. So.
You mentioned, so you said you didn't apply to Princeton?
No, I had the application and I was like, you know what? I really don't want to be cold. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not about it. Is
this the real reason you like San Antonio?
That might be the weather. I'm the weather got me.
You can overlook other things, but it's just but it's warm.
Right,
what is the problem?
What is the problem? Right, and I can travel home whenever I need to. Yeah. It's convenient. Shit. But yeah, it was cold as fuck. And I was just I'm not. But I know I'm going to have to probably go up there somewhere for my PhD,
Yeah.
And I'm just okay, let me just, get used to it. I got fans on right now.
This is not training for. I'm still sweating. This is that was probably it. Like combined with carrying everything up the 3 stairs, because I don't live in a stair place right now, so I'm not in that carry stuff up.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I get here and there's no AC, which is fine.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, because the door open.
Yeah, which is fine. Like it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah,
but
I can close it.
So I start off, but I'm like, man. Like,
you're like passing out.
I'm not used to this in Texas because I'm just used to everybody being AC'd out.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. Hey,
this is why I'm like, I want an island.
I didn't have AC till I moved to Texas.
Yeah.
I remember week one we stayed with my sister, but week one, my mom gets a place and she's showing me the place. It's open apartment like this, and they have central AC. Right? I know your face just changed, right?
Yeah, I didn't
have to say no more, but they had central AC. And then they had one of these. And I was like, what is this? And I go outside and I'm like, this is crazy. I'm outside, but I'm still in my home. Like, what? A balcony. This is what I'm like.
Oh, you don't like balconies?
No. I was just like, what is it? We didn't have that. I was telling my mom, like, yo, we made it. Like, we done.
We made it. Oh, sorry.
You good. But I was like, yo, this, like, because I lived in a 24-story building. Yeah. Next to other 24-story buildings. Yeah. So I was just like, you telling me we on exactly, right? I was doing Migos before Migos. Yeah? Hey. But I mean, you telling me that we're at the top of this apartment and it's only 3 flights? It's like
right.
Like, this is crazy. Like,
yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, so I mean,
I feel it.
But I also been spoiled because of that. So I mean, like now that I go to places and weather, I lost my immunity. I feel cold now. I didn't know cold existed until I lived here too long, and then I went back.
I knew cold existed in Ohio.
I would wear my bare coat never closed because it ain't cold. A thing, you know. It's but cold. No, it does exist.
It's very chilly.
I lost it. I miss it. I'm sad.
Man, I was still like wearing undershirts when I moved to Texas. I was like, I'm not fucking with it.
You're like, this sun is so cold.
This sun is so cold.
Everybody's like, maybe you moved in that 1 week in January of winter.
Man,
was that it?
No. I moved in August.
Oh my gosh,
it was. I just really liked. I don't know. I just like the heat. But you know, I'm trying to get back used to it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
There's a cold shower right there waiting for you.
No, like I used to hate ice baths playing basketball. That shit was terrible.
I started doing those again. Cold showers just as some type of part of the meditation training.
Yeah, it helps your muscles.
Yeah. Because if you can relax in that, yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just it changes your mindset just right off that bat, you know. Yeah,
they actually what is it? Monks. I think they go. It's just like certain sect of monks. They go through like a temperature. Training so that they can like I guess be able to like do certain, you know,
withstand a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah. But be able to like it's like a mental training, you know, becomes like a mental training so you can like learn how to actually control your body temperature and shit.
Yeah. I mean, cool. Like one of the guys I got this from it's a guy called Wim Hof. He's called the Iceman.
Oh shit.
And he does a lot of he has like 27 records or something, but a lot of it is that.
That's what's up.
He has, I guess, you know, I don't know if the science is 100% definitive, but there are medical studies where he has kind of proven him and his people can control their autoimmune system.
Yeah, people can.
So yeah, like he does a lot of not normal stuff. So I think the science is like, is more like, is he an anomaly or can people learn this?
People can. Yeah. I believe people can learn it. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying about the education system in general. Like, we are taught to do a certain thing in everybody. And there's no surprise why certain groups of people have these certain outcomes. You know, there's no surprise.
Yeah.
And obviously, I think even to like where we all come from, you know what I'm saying? There's certain sciences that we aren't, you know, we still aren't taught to tap into, you know what I'm saying? Literally everyone, you know? Yeah. So if we just tapped into them, or even the social capital, the understanding of, hey, you matter. That's simple. Not to a point of you matter more than someone else. You know what I'm saying? Because that is also a mental training. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're going to act. That's how you're going to react. So this mental training is huge, and it can be taught, definitely, within any aspect, because we are everything. Everything is everything.
I just saw a Russell Simmons interview yesterday. Mm-hmm. He mentions the idea of teaching meditation teaching meditation
like pharmacy.
To yeah, start them young, you know. Teaching meditation to them when they're in schools, you know.
Yeah, I think that's really important. Oh shit, who is this? Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, I think that is important. My girlfriend was just telling me about that, and she sent me an article about that the other day. About some school in Baltimore was implementing meditation over detention or ISS or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, like that's what they do for the affluent kids, you know, what they used to do for the affluent kids back in, you know, or even now. It's like, why not just do it for everyone? You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, we're all humans in this human experience and some shit has happened.
Yeah. We
can all change it now because we all know the resources that can be used to change it now. Why not just change it now? Oh, there's reasons. So why not? We can't change it now. Why we can't think in the now? You know what I'm saying? Why? Get past it. Fuck that shit. That's how you resist. Or resist. Or that's how you live your life. You know what I'm saying? That's how you find that peace, especially in people who aren't analytical thinkers, I feel. It's how you find that peace, you know, is to actually tap into how you learn. There's all these learning strategies, but what about meditation? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, add that. That's a learning strategy. You know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
Yeah.
That's it. You got any
Thank
plugs?
You. Oh, man. I do have a show. Yeah. At my website, inspirelegend.com.
You mentioned the show, but I bet you this doesn't come out for another 2 weeks though. So
it doesn't. Actually, the show is gonna be September 30th. Okay. So it's at the end, and then also
I just feel like based on the queue, I feel like okay, it looks like I'm turning them out 2 weeks after I record them.
Hey, yeah, take your time, man. No rush for real. Whenever it comes out.
Yeah.
If this comes out before the, you know, whatever. But November 11th, November 10th, Planet Luminaria. And also in October, I have, it was yesterday. And my mom,
Time keeps on slipping. Seal said that.
Hey.
Space Jam.
Hey, I got the movie over there, man. Yeah, it's my favorite movie.
It's the one time Michael Jordan got to be a superhero, even though he's always a superhero.
Whoa.
Up the 4-door with the 440 was 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chilling in the corridor. Your dad is 44, and he still call a man for a draw. Let him know. When I see him, I'm gonna spin his jaw. Take man tricks by force. Send man shot by force. Your girl knows I've got the sauce. No ketchup, just sauce. Raw sauce. Boom. Yo. The thing goes up. The girl told me, take off your jacket. I said, babes, man's not hot. I said, man's not hot. I said, a man's not hot. The girl told me, take off your jacket. I said, babes, man's not hot.
All right, podcast and stuff. We just started.
Yeah.
Boom.
We're in it.
Yeah, man. Who am I with right now?
With AMEA and Sable. But AMEA.
I didn't know I was getting that duo.
Yeah. You know, sometimes, you know, got some collabs.
Feature. That feature.
Featuring.
You give me the proper spelling, I'll put that in the podcast title.
I got you. Look at her. She's doing tricks. She's like, that's me. No. Yeah.
All right, so who is AMEA?
AMEA is me, you know? No, but for the AMEA, that kind of stemmed from my cousin calling me that when I was a kid. But it's also my initials. Let me go ahead and silence that. And AMEA is a descendant, a storyteller. Yeah. For real.
All right. Yeah. No, I believe you.
Yeah. So I mean, that's how.
This should be an interesting test for me.
Okay.
Because this will tell me if I need to if I should research or if I can wing everything.
Research? I mean,
because I feel I know outside of like what I hear, I feel like I know nothing about you except that you got a vacay video with Matt Buchema.
Yeah.
And then I heard the name, like, that some people I know, like this person called AMEA.
Yeah.
But I didn't know who AMEA was. So like, so we would find out.
So I guess, yeah, no, yeah. I was about to find out.
I guess describe your music since I quote unquote know nothing.
My music is experimental, R&B, hip hop, you know, alternative kind of a sound, I feel. But I feel like my music is just a feeling. It's a journey, it's a feeling, it's a story. So, yeah.
Just a feeling. I wanted to